Yeah, discussed last week. You gave me the good example of Japanese sushi restaurant. Maybe some of the foreigner uh, can feel excited in visiting there. So that is, I think, there's history behind the some excellent sushi restaurant. Then uh, my instinct is coming now to something to export from from domestic Japanese market to outside. For example, as Japanese government as it is quoted as saying they want to export um, like infrastructure package, not only single product but also some planning and designing of city development, urban planning with some infrastructure
Right.
technology. And
So
in this case, we could still put this concept into uh, our challenge or intention of the Japanese government.
That your sushi bar is managed by not Japanese.
I mean, the Japanese sushi owned by Japanese, which is operating in Japan. So all are from all Japanese. But
You went sushi bar in Japan.
yes. I mean, the sushi bar in Japan, then foreigner loves to come there because they can feel some story. And,
yeah.
What the hell they doing?
So no, I think that actually that kind of story that what you saw in that video, that is something that people will crave for. That they see that, oh, I want to be part of that experience. I want to eat that food. I want to sit in that restaurant. I want to be served by that sushi master. I want to be part of that history. So Harley Davidson, why did Harley Davidson become the iconic brand that they are? I think it has its roots in Easy Rider. Do you know the movie Easy Rider?
1972.
Jane Fonda. No,
No, Harry Fonda. Yes, you're right. Her brother,
Henry.
Henry Fonda. Yeah. Yeah, he starred in the movie. Jack Nicholson, Henry Fonda. They starred in that movie, and the main part of that movie was actually played by Harley Davidson. So Harley Davidson was actually the symbol of that movement to individuality, freedom, ultimate coolness, and people who drove Harley Davidson were cool. So if you buy a Harley Davidson, you're cool. So if Japan wants to sell its infrastructure, why don't you produce something that illustrates how Tokyo was built, for example? About the dedication, the people that are in there, the excellent engineering, that everything that really where the main role is played by the Tokyo engineers, for example. They are the heroes.
It means recent Japanese they don't have mental space.
No.
That is one big issue. They try to get profit. They try to sell product, and product itself is high-end productivity, high-end quality, but no allowances.
No dream.
Yes, no dream.
Yeah.
No story.
It means based upon long range, planning, and you will going to see dream. We're going to focus on 10 years later. Every Japanese watching tomorrow. Every Japanese get profit this year. That is caused. Actually the result is no dream, no fun.
So why does the project Japanese initiative to overseas hesitate?
One example is employed management. Second is education. Is we never teach them their future oriented education. what you want going to be, what your company going to be, who you are. They just sticking to today. They are sticking to only this year, right?
Are we being? Is Japanese culture really conducive to people developing their dreams? The United States is a country where dreams are actually, that's what the United States is made of. The American dream, making it big. You're being small, but everybody, if you work hard, you can become a millionaire. This is the dream that's being implanted in every American kid born in the United States, and everybody in the world believes it. So the American dream is very clear. That's the story of the United States. A big dream. People like that, when they are developing a product, when they are developing a company, they think in this kind of stories. That kind of narrative is part of the way of how they grew up. The symbols that are being used, the flags that are being raised on the school ground, it constantly reminds them of the American dream, what American stands for, and who they are in that system and who they can be. So that kind of dream, that will it's easy to project that on your business, on your life. But I don't think in Japan we have the same kind of dream of, okay, land of unlimited opportunities and you can go anywhere. Basically, you don't have to worry about that. Just join the team and make sure that you contribute to our dreams becoming true, but you don't feel part of that dream. And I think dreams like Harley Davidson, etc., they're born out of a kind of individualism, a kind of like, okay, I can be anything. And basically, the consumer is also ultimately an individual. You as an individual decide, I'm going to buy this, I'm not going to buy this. And you are going to ride that bike and you're going to stand out. Now, in the United States, standing out is something good. Being an individual is something that is good. In Japan, it's not.
I think one example, 100 years ago, Japanese Navy had many aircraft carriers, many. And size is almost similar to current era. So they had, this example is not good or bad, but anyway, they had big dream, right? Big dream. But now we don't have kind of dream, and short-sighted, right? This is, I think, one reason, right? And also, Japan has lots of airplanes, fighters.
And we studied in this morning session the Sun Tzu. I thought the Edison just read out some first paragraph.
Yeah.
And happy is anyone who just succeeded in the battle and happy.
Right.
Without cultivating spirits of enterprise, and the owner of the country should have the plan, and the general should cultivate his resources.
Right.
Otherwise, nothing has meaning in making battle and
Right.
ending up.
Actually, what you're saying is exactly the point. I think a good brand adds meaning to a product. So I think there is a huge opportunity for brands like Honda, Yamaha, Toyota maybe, to really create meaning to their products, to tell them why Toyota makes the products that they're making and what exactly they're trying to achieve and what their role is in the world and what it means to be a customer of Toyota.